Welcome to Jamaica Dancehall Source News and Entertainment with a Buzz. First thing that is popping in the news is that we see that the father of Naya, the man that lost his life in Pantan Lane, that is in Old Harbour the other day, TikToker. Him flying from foreign, and he had a few words for the well-wishers, the people that have been looking out for Naya and his family and his daughter's best interests. And he had a few words for persons that are going to be taking care of the daughter since Naya is gone. I am speaking about a village that is raising a child like it is actually supposed to. So people, take a listen, take a look at exactly what the father has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
Content and plenty people just see him on it and never meet him, never see him in the street, no way, and them still show him love. So me I show and tell you, say I have a whole heap of respect, whole heap of love, all the love go to everyone who try them thing. CPR, whole heap of love go to you, because you are clean out you from the thing. So right now, we just want to know, say, oh, well, we are get together and we are growing our daughter. And we can tell you on the panelists, for the thing. I don't know I'm on age group, but anytime I see your daughter in the street, anytime, and she misbehave, you can pull her up because at the end of the day, I don't have to grow high. I mean, I tell you, pull her up and say, little girl, take a stand, take a hold of yourself. That's what you deal with. Yeah, man, reprimands her, man, because guess what, we lack of that. That's what we lack of in this time. Yeah, so me, as a father, me, I know, Naya daughter, mother, because Naya done gone already. See, but me, I know Naya daughter, mother, not just him grandpappy. I remember me, I go to authorization. Anytime I'm growing up, when I see her on the road and she a misbehave, man. When I pull her up, man, grab her up in her corner, shot to her.
So people, you heard what Naya's father had to say, the grandfather of that little girl. He is saying thanks to all the people that are looking out for this little girl, that are going to be looking out for this girl in the future. Make sure that she has some sorts of stability in her life. He is giving them authorization. If you see the girl going off on a wrong path, call her, talk to her, straighten her up. Now, people, this is information that is not in the media, no sorts of source. Based on information, like I said, the father flew from America, flew from overseas, don't know specifically where. And he came to Jamaica just for his son's DEATH. Now, it is not supposed to be the natural order where a father is burying the son. It is supposed to be the other way. But you see, in Jamaica, it has obviously reversed negatively. And if you are looking at the video, you would see that he had a bag over his neck, over his shoulder. That is the bag that belonged to Naya. The chain that he had on, that was also Naya's chain. I think the ring and possibly the watch. He was wearing them even with the BLOOD that was spilled on that unfaithful night in which Naya lost his life. Based on information, it is said that the police still has Naya phone and they're going through it and they're making sure that they go through everything and get any sorts of evidence possibly that was there that could implicate any person, any sorts of DEATH threats or any sorts of possible evidence to prove that somebody is guilty or somebody is conspiring in the takeaway of Naya. So people, it is very sad to see that a man had to leave wherever he was in a foreign, because you understand how that goes. Whenever you are working in America, you probably get about 2 weeks out of the year or wherever else. You can't just leave as you choose. It is also said that Naya's father is also an artist, musician. Don't know how far he went in his career based on what the information that I am getting. His name is Oxygen on TikTok. So therefore, you can go and follow him and give him some sorts of support in these trying times. As soon as I get some more pertinent information, I'll be sure to divulge ASAP, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called a few minutes, a few moments later. Whenever you go on social media and you brag and boast and acting like you're big, bad and bold, posing up with all sorts of gun magazine clip and act like you're the baddest thing since sliced bread. And then when the popo come for you, you are begging and bawling like a little itch. The same thing applies to a person that is on TikTok that is known as One Cup of Sauce. He had an altercation with some people, blamed them amongst others, in which they were claiming that he was a part and parcel of the takeaway of Naya. He was defending himself. However, he took it to the furthest extent when he went on social media, TikTok to be specific, posing with a magazine. He had the badman energy, the badman stance in that video. However, when the popo went for him, he had a different stance. He had a different energy. He was bawling and begging. For those of you who are not familiar with that video, I am going to show you, and then I am going to give my piece, and then I am going to show you the apology or what he had to say after he was arrested, after those boys in blue came for him. So this is the video right here on your screen.
So nobody think I joke now. And when me I tell you in my youth, listen what me I tell you, dog. Listen, dog. Wanna look, dog. Wanna listen, youth. Wanna look. He belly full, dog. Listen. We're bad youth anywhere in a real life. We're bad, dog. Look, dog. Look, dog. Shalom. Wanna go suck on the mama.
So people, you saw the energy that he put out there when he was posing on social media, posing for the gram, trying to send some sorts of message, intimidation tactics. He was the baddest thing since the start of mankind. However, when the police went for him, his stance was polarly different. If you look at the screen, you will see exactly what he said. See, police gonna make come for me, man. But God, I gotta get me out of this. And God and time, one sea, one cup. Now, people, let me tell you. These people on TikTok, you cannot believe them. They are Oscar-nominated actors and actresses. Them act like them bad than anything you've ever seen, but deep within they are a set of cowards. They are a set of posers. The same people that term the coin capping, they are always capping, they are always posing. But people, you know what them say. He that exalted himself shall be abased. Meaning that a bait, and these TikTokers are the biggest bait. That is why they are losing their lives. And people, this is not to justify Naya losing his life, but me just say, keep the same energy when you're bad as when the police come for you, act like you're bad, just alike. However, we see that they are actually capping. He is lucky he did not get a cap in his ass. And like I've said in previous videos, when you go on social media posing and capping, the same people that you're looking the attention from, the same people that you're trying to be braggadocious on, you're going to get the wrong sorts of attention, as in these boys in blue. Such is the case in this case, and isn't it ironic and strange? Whenever them get in any sorts of trouble, them always quote God. But they have nothing, never prayed, never read a Bible in a couple of decades, but they're always quoting from the Bible. It makes absolutely no sorts of sense. These people are faker than a Jamaican $300 and $600 bill. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is becoming more and more obvious that TikTok is the epicenter of Confrontation Central. Meaning that you will see just about any sorts of combination of people cussing out each other. Straight versus lean, woman versus woman, woman versus man, man versus man, man versus dog, dog versus man. You get the point. However, I am sure that you've never seen somebody on TikTok cussing out a police officer. Now people don't know where this man is, if it's America or Jamaica. However, he thought that it was a bright idea to cuss out this police officer on his live, I think on the police officer's live. I want you to take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Because you're not doing a job. You see me up on TikTok, and I work there in your uniform, if you be shame, batty boy. I take off all the mask and show them my face, because I'm bad people, I do a capping thing. Yo, what I say to you, if you be ashamed for their work and they on TikTok, you want batty boy. And that's why so much people that they take on. Police are fuck your batty boy. I tell you that. We are fucking one another and forcing a batty boy. I tell you. Yo, I never rate a dog, God know dog. You know what I rate her? Because you dey at work and you dey on TikTok and that Jamaica gone to bad man. I know I have a right for you.
Come for my life to talk about.
Yes, I that me come for your life to talk about batty boy. Because you know for the on
Tell them
TikTok, you're a dirty pussy. A lifestyle you work there now. And that touch on a pain for you. I'm want this go live to dog. I want this go viral. The screenshot you over there to people. I saw the batty boy they work and they on TikTok.
Now, people, this is my disclaimer. Don't know where this man is living, if it's America or if it's Jamaica. If it's America, you can pretty much say anything to the police. Just don't jump in at them face. Don't interrupt their work. Don't corrupt the scene of a crime. You might get a cap in your ASS. In a Jamaica, it is polar different. Don't know what gave this man the bright idea to go on the live of the police. If the police was on his live and he decided he wanted to go on the live and disrespect the police, because that is exactly what he was doing, regardless of what the angle or whatever the motive was. He is telling the police, what are you doing on live? What are you doing on TikTok? Well, people, it seems as if this man did not get the message. Now, the bottle, he did not read the notice board. He never get the memo. The JCF, meaning the Jamaica Constabulary Force, has a department that looks out for cybercrime. So maybe this is a bait, but maybe you are such a bait that you did not realize that this was a bait. So therefore, you wanted to bait up yourself. You want to show your badness. And again, if you live in America, that might work. But if you're in Jamaica, if you're a popular TikToker, if this police, when they find you, dog, are going to eat your supper. Because one thing that I know about the JCF, they are very vindictive. If you diss them, you can call it, say, a DEAD. You are going DEAD. Now, people, this is not a warrant for a DEATH circumstance, but me just say, be very careful the type of duppy you try to frighten, because if you frighten the wrong duppy, they will come back and duppy you. That includes the JCF. You might get a royal BEAT down, whether it is justified or not. You do not want to have any sorts of smoke with the JCF. You are going to end up on the SHITTY end of the stick, regardless if you initiated or instigated it or not. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, since the very disturbing death of TikTok and NIAH, we see that everybody has come out of the woodwork, the good, the ugly, and the indifferent, some genuinely out of concern, some of them for the hype. The recent person that came out is dancehall artist Tamale Sparta, and this is exactly what he had to say as it pertains to NIAH losing his life. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
You can't stop it, stop, but you but just hope I'm not kill man, just to what I say. That's all I say, bro. Big man thing. Just make sure that's something important in dead for a few reasons. Because if I one more thing I'm gonna kill a man, bro, I'm not lie. A big gun go lick on anywhere on the pitch. And I feel myself, feel myself, bro. And I can't just get up and kill people, pity and people father, so. You see me?
So people, you heard what the artist had to say, and don't misunderstand what he is saying. When he said, for a good reason, there's never any sorts of justification for taking away anybody's life, unless, of course, it is self-defense or probably your child, they did something very despicable to your child or your family members. Then that's a different extreme. So Tommy Lee is saying, yes, this youth might be a troubled youth. Yes, he might go up on social media in a conflict, send people up under the mother, all sorts of badness, but he is just posing, he is just capping. He is not out here hurting anybody, calling up anybody, him just do it for the gram. He is just doing it for entertainment purposes. While a lot of Jamaicans, including myself, does not or don't find it funny. but that is what they do. It seems as if this is the new trend. And to pop on social media, only despicable deeds are acceptable. So Tommy Lee Sparta said, then hold on a minute. You really take with this jovial youth that is not out here hurting anybody for some sorts of stupidity. But based on what I've heard, he was taken away because of extortion, intimidation, because of bad mind. I've let you listen to the one, Crushbird, telling an next man who is supposed to be a big man of the year, that person's name is Leonard, that he wants Leonard to die so that he can inherit his house and cars and his lifestyle, and he's going to turn the house in an Airbnb and run his business from there. I've let you heard Leonard explain everything, how bad mind this youth Crushbird is, and the family Biggs, and we see that they are the main suspect, the main perpetrator. So Tommy Lee Sparta said, no man, this thing is getting out of hand like most Jamaicans. Everybody is touched by this one incident, as bad or troublesome as this youth is. The fact that he seems to have had a good mind is enough reasons for a person to want to support him and really say, this is out of hand, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.